This is Andy Peru, Boxing Social, and I'm joined by Nisse Sauerland out here in Saudi Arabia. Nisse, how are you doing?
Doing very well, thank you very much.
Good to hear. Now, when exactly did you get out here?
This morning. I can't even remember, I haven't slept, so, excuse me if I say anything stupid.
No, we appreciate you giving up your time, so that is not a concern at all. Obviously, you've come out here for your charge, Perkovic, as he faces Hrgovic-Molina. Just talk to you about that fight and why exactly you've decided at this stage of here to put Philip in with Eric.
Yeah, I mean, look, we were full of intent when we started his career. He's had 9 meaningful fights. This is his 10th, and we're going up every time. We're stepping up every time, and it's hard to find opponents to face Philip. That is our main issue, and I don't blame them. I'd be scared of Philip as well. But Hrgovic-Molina threw his name in the hat, and we're just happy he's come and he's turned up. So let's see what he brings. He's a dangerous fighter. I think he hurt Wilder in the first in their fight. So he didn't really turn up to the AJ fight. I was actually there. I think it was in Manchester. It was when White fought Chisora. Yeah, that was a great fight. So he didn't really turn up for that. But I think he's got a little bit of power there. So let's see. It's a good test.
What do you expect from Eric on Saturday night? Obviously, people are kind of seeing him come towards the end of his career, the twilight years, as it were. What type of test do you expect him to provide Philip with on Saturday?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've been watching him on social media, and he's taking it very seriously. He's training hard. I mean, look, I can fake photos as well, but I've looked at him. He looks in very good shape. Let's see. This is maybe his last chance at the big time, so he'll be giving it his all. But I just think Philip's too powerful, too strong, like I said, it's hard to find people to face Philip. So respect to Hrgovic-Molina for turning up, showing up, and coming in. He seems in very good shape. So we should see a good fight.
It's interesting you say that about the difficulty in trying to find opponents for Philip, because a few people I've spoken to this week, they've all said Philip is kind of a dark horse of the heavyweight division. He may not have a huge following, but he's obviously extremely talented, a heavy hitter, etc. How difficult has it been to try and match him up with the right opponents? I know he's only going in for his 10th fight on Saturday, but how difficult have you found it trying to get the right opponents?
Well, we got given a list of 4 opponents for the last fight, and no one wanted to take it, so Eric got given to us, and we're happy with that. As far as this following goes, if you see in Croatia, if he walks along the street, he's a big hero. I think if he fights on TV there, 70% of people, he gets 70% market share. So he's growing internationally, and I think people are getting to know exactly who Philip is, and I believe they'll see more of him on Saturday. What a great stage to do it.
You just mentioned it's a great stage, but with that comes pressure. How do you feel Philip will cope with being on one of the biggest undercards of the year?
Yeah, well, I'm just very happy to be on this undercard. I mean, AJ Ruiz, it doesn't get much better, in an amazing setting. I was saying earlier, I don't get excited for fights. I don't anymore, like I used to. AJ against Ruiz makes me very excited, and I don't know who's going to win. Well, I'm siding with Joshua. I'm siding with Joshua. I just think he looks that much more confident this time, and I think Ruiz is going to have pressure on him this time. So last time he had no pressure going in. Who's the podgy guy coming in? Everyone's like, who's this guy? He's got no chance, And so it was a turn up for the cards, and this time he's got pressure on him, so let's see.
What are your thoughts on the fight itself? Do you expect it to be similar or different to the way the first fight played out?
Who's that? For Joshua?
Ruiz-Joshua.
I think Joshua needs to keep him at a distance and just fiddle to a victory. The question is, can he do that? Do a bit of a Klitschko on him. Jab, hug, spoil him, smother him. But I think it'll be a shootout. I think it'll start cagey, mid-round, it's going to become a shootout, and Joshua will win.
People always say styles make fights. Has Andy Ruiz just got one of those styles which AJ may struggle to do with, not just in this rematch, but against anybody else in the heavyweight division who has a similar style to Andy?
I don't know. I think there was something a little bit off with AJ going into that fight. I mean, everyone could see it. I've got the feeling everyone says, oh, Ruiz Ruiz, who's got his number and whatever. There are definitely those kind of opponents in boxing. I just don't see it. The more closer I get to the fight, the more I think AJ's going to win.
One question I'd love to ask people, I'm going to ask you now is, in your opinion, which fight is bigger for the heavyweight division? Ruiz-Joshua 2 or Wilder Fury 2?
I mean, could you imagine a few years ago asking me this question about 2 heavyweight fights, saying, oh, which one's going to be the biggest? Because they're the biggest fights out there at the moment. I don't know. I think it should be the semi-final. That's the semi-final, and the final are the 2 winners. That's the biggest fight, and that has to happen. That has to happen, you know. And if it doesn't, that's a shame on us as a boxing community not to join together and make that happen for the fans, because that is this is a mega fight. Fury Wilder 2 is a mega fight, but the winners against each other, that's big. Even the losers.
Obviously, there's always difficulties in trying to make not just unification fights, but at the top of the heavyweight division, the glamour division, as it were. It's always difficult to get the fighters to face each other. Any chances on the World Boxing Super Series stepping in there and making a heavyweight version?
Wow, the politics, that'll be worse than Brexit. Yeah, I mean, that's one for my brother. I'll pass that to him, because that'll be an awkward. No, look, we've always messed around with the idea of a next-gen heavyweight, but then you got to also question what, like these young guys like Philip or you know, not so young but Joyce, you know, the guys who are, you know, about to pop basically. What are they going to do it for? They know they got a guaranteed big payday if they keep going, so it's a hard one to make, but what an exciting one.
Just want to quickly work through the rest of this card as well. A lot of heavyweight fights on there. Start off with Delia White's return against Marius Vac. What are your thoughts on that one, Nisse?
I think it'll be a relatively easy fight for Dillian. Yeah.
Little Majidov?
I was just in the car with him. What a nice guy. Yeah, I honestly don't know that much about him. So I know that he got knocked down in his debut, didn't he? But he beat AJ, right? I don't know. You know what? You can have these amazing amateur records, and then get up there in those lights, and you know, all melts away. I don't know. But I'd expect him to be, you know, I don't know, I can't see it really, I'm not sure.
And the final one, which it's kind of gone under the radar a little bit, Hunter versus Povetkin. What are your thoughts on that one, Nisse?
Of course, we used to have Sasha for many years, Sasha Povetkin. So he's a dear friend of the family. I don't know. I think Hunter's a fiddly, very good fighter, and I think 3-4 years ago, Povetkin depends on what Povetkin's got left.
Out of the guys,
so on the fence. I'm on the fence. No wonder they call me on the fence, Sauerland. You want me to make a prediction? I think Povetkin might knock him out.
Out of the guys on the undercard and Ruiz-Joshua's, how far off maybe the Povetkins, the Hunters, the Whites, and then obviously the Ruiz-Joshua's, do you feel Filip Hrgovic is?
Well, I mean, I think Hunter was in the line to fight us, but he picked to fight Povetkin instead. I don't know what reason that is. Maybe it's financial, or maybe you know, maybe he saw his chance there. You know, he's an older guy now. But yeah, no, we're ready for those fights.
And one man who continues to pick up his charge over social media, Billy Nelson, with Martin Perkovic, is constantly seeming to want to try and make a rematch with Michael Hunter. Would that be something you'd be interested to see?
Hunter
again? Perkovic, Hunter again?
I won money on that fight. Hunter beat him, didn't he, late on? Yeah, no, I won money on that, because Perkovic just ran out of gas that fight. I'd like to see that fight again, the winner. Yeah, why not? I think Perkovic's not bad. He just, you know, maybe needs to condition a bit better, but he's definitely decent.
Well, Nisse Sauerland, I know I've kept you for long enough now, and the music is kind of draining me out a bit, so appreciate your time as always. Catch up with you later week. Thanks for speaking to myself on Boxing Social.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.